Good morning, afternoon, and night to all you beautiful gamepreneurs. It is me, Eddie from The Trendy Gamer, presenting to you the Gamepreneurs podcast, where gaming content creation and entrepreneurship meet in the middle in this beautiful little part of the industry, right? So this week's podcast, we'll be interviewing the Caramel Gamer. If you guys know him, you know that he's a very charismatic, funny, crazy Fortnite streamer, and he always has something awesome to offer to his streams. And in this podcast we talk about his journey and his endeavors thus far, and there's always something for you guys to take out of it. So without further ado, sit back, or whatever you're doing. It's a podcast, you can be practically doing anything, so just enjoy. Thank you guys so much. See you guys later.
Welcome to the Gamepreneurs podcast, where gaming content creation meets entrepreneurship.
Welcome to the Gamepreneurs podcast. This week we have the man, the myth, the legend, the Caramel Gamer. Say hi. Hey!
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
That's good. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, man. Do you mind if I drink my coffee, or are we all good?
You can drink whatever you want. We're all good.
Go.
All right.
I'm good.
Let's go.
I'm good, Eddie. I'm good.
That's good to hear. That's always good to hear. So, to start the podcast off for this week, for the people who don't know you, give a brief. Who is the Caramel Gamer?
The Caramel Gamer is a 24-year-old that grew up in South Africa. I moved over to the UK to play cricket, so I was classed as like a semi-professional cricketer when I first came over. Through that, I obviously moved over to the UK. I found my love for streaming, and ever since then, I've literally been streaming pretty much every day of my life for the past year and a bit now.
Awesome. And what kind of content do you produce? What you play Fortnite, right?
I play Fortnite. Mm-hmm. I aim to be more of a content creator within more entertainment than actual gameplay, because I can't play Fortnite to save my life. But
your humor makes up for it, though. Hey.
That's exactly what I try to do. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So, we'll kick it back a bit. When you were a kid, or when you were growing up in high school, what kind of person were you? What would you say about your personality?
As you can imagine, I was probably the class clown. I was always the class clown. Making everyone laugh was pretty much the main, like my main goal every day at school. Getting in trouble with the teachers, so I was always the naughty one. But yeah, I've always just been loud, bubbly, and friendly. I think I'm easy to approach, and I guess that's what people love about me.
That's cool. And so after high school, you said you moved to UK. You started playing cricket. At what point did you think to start a stream? Like, what was the click that made you get into the field that you're in now?
Good question. It was watching a few bigger streamers. I watched CDN the Third. I don't know if you know who he is. He's also pretty much a variety streamer, so he streams a lot of games now, but he was a lot into Fortnite, and of course probably my biggest role model is Hamlin's. I watched them and just thought, you know what, my personality is very similar to these guys. I feel like I can do this. I can interact with people and actually hopefully change a few people's lives and while doing it. And yeah, that was the main thing. I watched them and I thought, this is for me too. I can do this.
That's cool. So were you into games before, or before you started streaming, were you a gamer?
I was never, I wouldn't say into games religiously. I would obviously play FIFA with the boys. I'd be kicking everyone's ass. Everything, your Crash Bandicoots, pretty much. I never had a PlayStation when I was younger. My dad just didn't think they were healthy. So when I would go to friends' houses, I would be pretty much the last one awake playing whatever game is on the screen.
I see,
So I've always had a passion for gaming.
So you were a gamer at heart, but you couldn't really have the accessibility to it that other people got.
Correct.
That's cool. Right.
Yeah.
So you've been streaming for about a year now, right?
It's been a year and 4 months, I think.
Okay. And around what time in that time frame did you notice that it started taking off? They started getting traction?
I'd probably say when it took off properly was when I joined Radiant Esports.
Okay.
I was averaging, I wasn't doing too badly. I'd say I was averaging around 15 to 20 viewers, which is obviously something you have to be grateful for.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got exposed to their scene, their community, I'd say my streaming career took off. I bounced up to about 250 subscribers. We were hitting 50 viewers per stream.
Damn.
So yeah, that was definitely the point where my career changed. My streaming career changed.
Yeah. Okay. And what did you do before you joined Radiant? Like, did you do anything to get to where you were, where you say you were hitting 15 to 20 viewers a stream? Because to some people, that's still that's a good achievement. That's a good amount of people to have. What did you notice that you were doing to get those people and getting them to stay in your stream?
What I found is if you have a look at other streamers, I feel as if they turn their screen on, put the game on, very small interaction with the viewers. It's pretty much just them playing a game. Which I feel a lot of streamers are doing, and where they go wrong. To me, I'm not good at gameplay, so I'm not hide behind gameplay, but I can't showcase my gameplay. So I have to do something else that when someone comes into my stream, they're going to smile and be like, oh, this guy's different. I like what he's doing. And obviously through there, hopefully you hope people stay and continue to watch your stream. So I just think being more energetic. I don't know if you've seen, well, you've definitely seen, but I've been creating different memes on stream. I've been dancing. I've been doing everything that just stands out on Twitch. And I think that's what has helped me the most.
Yeah, I can really say that's like you're really just being yourself and expressing who you really are. At heart, a goofy, funny person. And I personally love that because, like you were even saying before, like you're never that like crazy into gaming as a kid. And I think what makes you isn't even the game. It's the persona that you put out, and it's just addicting to watch. Like every time that you post something like a video of you dancing on Instagram, I love to share it because I think like the more people see it, it's really entertaining and it's so cool. So I think you've really hit your niche in just being a really bubbly, exciting, funny person. I absolutely love it. But so that got you so far. And did you do anything to catch the attention of Radiant? Did you approach them? And what would you say to other streamers who are trying to get into an organization?
I approached them, yes. I pretty much sent an email into them. I realized they were local to me. So the owner lives about, I think, 10, 15 minutes away from me. So I noticed he was local, and I thought, you know what, it's better for interaction. I've seen what they do. They're more of a family, more than trying to push content out, which is nice. Everyone supports each other. And that was the main thing for me. So I thought, yeah, let me put an email together. I sent quite a formal email to them where I sent pretty much all my stats, how I'm growing and see myself growing too. All my achievements, everything. I made it as professional as possible, which pretty much they couldn't refuse because it definitely. I was there to actually not make business, but I was there to prove a point.
For sure.
And I think I think the owner saw that and he was like, yeah, we need to get this guy on board.
That's so cool.
To every streamer who's out there, personally, I don't think you need an organization to stream under, but a lot of people nowadays feel as if you do. If you are into that and you really want to sign for an org or be a part of an org, just apply as much as you can. You've got nothing to lose. If you don't apply, you'll never get the chance. Just be yourself at the end of the day. And I promise you, I guarantee you, people will start liking you for it.
I like what you said, how you really put in the effort to get into the organization, and you sent them a lengthy email proving yourself. I think that is so rare because, I mean, maybe it's different. I'm still growing the Trendy Gamer as a business, and it's still not at that stage yet where people are really dying to work under the Trendy Gamer. But for the people that have sent a message asking for a sponsorship, it's been really rare that someone puts in the effort to give all the information possible and give me an offer that I can't refuse, because most people will just message me or email me and say something like, do you guys have sponsorships? I'd love merch. Just saying like what I can do for them, but not what they can do for me. And then I have to say, look, like, can you prove your engagement? Can you prove your worth? Because you've just met me, you've just emailed me, but I don't know what you can provide to me. Like, I have no clue. So I think what is really humbling, what is really humbling for you is that you put your all into that email and didn't act like you were just going to get in anyway, or it didn't matter, but you wanted to capture their attention, and you wanted them to know that not only will they give you value, but you're going to give them value, and here's why. So, I mean, in addition to what you said, I think that a lot of people should focus more on doing that, because if you just message business owners and owners of an organization just some lazy email, they're not going to take you seriously. They're really not. Yeah. So that's a good bit of information you've given me. So on to the next question.
So,
have you ever thought of giving up through your whole journey? Have the haters ever got to you? Your friends and family not believing in you maybe ever got to you? Or has your own mind ever gotten to you and thought that, you know what, maybe I should just give up?
Yes, quite a few times, to be honest. And I feel as if everybody goes through this. I feel as if when I first started, it's not something everyone understands. So a lot of my friends were like, what are you doing? You need to grow up, kind of thing.
Yeah.
As soon as people see people enjoying your content, you're actually starting to make a certain amount of income from it. People are like, oh, okay, maybe what he's doing is all right. But yeah, when I first started, I was getting slated by people I thought are friends. Yeah, it's just that whole thing of you playing games, you need to grow up, which it's just pathetic, really. But you know what I mean? As I've said to you many a time, if one of your friends starts a clothing brand or clothing business, everyone's going to be like, wow, this is cool. I'm going to advertise this. This is incredible. You've got my support. But as soon as someone wants to become a streamer or content creator, they're like, wow, you're playing games. You need to grow up, kind of thing. Even though you're pretty much aiming at a business. It is your business. Streaming is a business, pretty much.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's sad, and I don't think it'll ever change, really.
Yeah.
I've turned everything around. Yeah.
I mean, like, you're really right with that. People don't look at gamers the same light as they put as a business owner, and really, that's what I'm trying to accomplish with this podcast. I want to associate entrepreneurship and business with gaming content creation, because it's all the same principle, all the same mindset, and all the same effort to make it. Millions of people are trying to start a stream, but only some people are going to make it because of the same reason that some businesses make it, and some clothing businesses make it, and just really everything. Any entrepreneurial endeavor is the same, and people really have to start including gaming as part of that endeavor, because, wow, it really is. And right, so you were saying that all your friends were hating on you. What about your family? Did you notice that your family was supportive, or were they? What were they about it?
My dad's quite old-fashioned. I mean, he's 60 plus, so he doesn't understand it. But my family have always been supportive. Every sport I did, they were like, "Go for it." So yeah, as long as I'm happy, I think my dad's happy. My mum, she's from South Africa. She doesn't really understand a lot of it either. As you can imagine, she's a black mum, so it's not their religion kind of thing. But yeah, I'll be honest with you, mate. She has been incredible, and so is my sister. Yeah, literally, my sister is a mod in my chat, and she's there every stream.
Wow,
she's literally timing out anyone, banning anyone, and she's literally there from start to finish every stream I do.
That is unbelievable.
Yeah. My mum's been in there. I got raided by High Distortion the other day, which was
again
life-changing.
Or
no, once. First time.
Okay, yeah.
Only time. And my sister was in chat because she obviously saw it. She messaged my mum, and mum jumped straight onto Twitch.
Wow!
And she was in the chat saying that this is incredible.
Damn, that's so cool.
So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I saw that a few months ago. You posted a video on your story. You started crying because your mum came into your stream. It was probably like for the first time or something like that. I thought that was really beautiful. I think it's important to have supportive parents, but for the people that don't, it's really common these days that parents aren't supporting of these different types of paths. You know, you have people trying to start a career as a singer or a rapper or a gamer content creator, or really anything that's different. You don't go to university to be these things, right? So for this part, for these kinds of people that go their different path and their parents don't support them, do you have any sort of advice for those people? Because obviously you said your dad's old-fashioned, and maybe there were some things that you had to explain to him so he could kind of understand what you were doing. Do you have any advice for those people?
you've got to be motivated as hell.
Yeah.
It really, at the end of the day, it's what you want for yourself.
Exactly.
A lot of the time, a lot of the people who are hating on you, who don't understand this. So worry about yourself. You just got to move forward 24/7. It depends how much you want it, really. Even with us, with a supportive mum, dad, sister, it's me that needs to put the content out. It's me. If I want it enough, you got to do it, kind of thing. So
Definitely.
to a certain extent, you just need to put your head forward and just worry about yourself and what you want to accomplish. And I feel as if if you're strong-minded, it's an easy task. Everything's an easy task, 100%.
100%, yeah. But yeah, like I was saying, some people, too many people these days aren't going after what they want to because they're succumbing to the control of their parents. I think it's such a limit of opportunity on this beautiful industry that some people just can't chase their dreams. But yeah, it's like you said, you have to be damn motivated, because if you're gonna break past that barrier, then you best believe that it is what you want to do. If it's what you want to do and you fully, like, wholeheartedly believe that, then your motivation, nothing's going to stop your motivation. And my friend actually told me this yesterday. It's a really good kind of way to think about things. If you do have if you do have controlling parents and it seems like there's nothing you can do to get your way, I think just do it, because what's going to happen is this, right? You're either going to go for your dreams, chase your dreams, and like, your parents, are they really going to hate you forever? Are they going to think like, oh, this good? It's okay, I can just edit. Man, we keep editing this one.
What?
That's so good. Anyway, what I'm saying is, even if you do chase your dreams, your parents might resent you for a bit, but in the end of the day, your parents are your parents, and whatever situation you get in, they're gonna love you. They're gonna do whatever it takes to make you happy in the end of the day. Unless you have a 0.0001%, and then, you know, I can't speak for that, but for the most part, your parents are gonna love you. But if you don't chase your dreams, you're gonna be 40 years old, and you're forever going to resent your parents because they didn't let you be who you are. And that may not be their fault, but that is going to last forever. That regret is going to be in you till the day you die, because you couldn't do what made you happy when you were young. So you have two choices. You have the short-term choice of just doing what your parents want, or you can think about the long-term choice of being happy later, because you're not going to have any regrets. So, I mean, to anyone that has controlling parents, definitely have a think about it. And, you know, your parents, they're going to love you. Don't take what they're saying as Bible, you know? Etch your own path and be your own person. Be yourself. That is the best advice ever, and that is 100% exemplified through you. You are yourself, your own entity, and you just kick ass. I absolutely love it. It's good.
Yeah. Good. You've got a good head on you. That's the way it should be.
Exactly. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Next chapter. Okay. What's your mindset? Have you applied a certain mindset to your not your content, to your everyday life? You know, you go about the things you do, and you have this mentality that drives you to go forward and to make the decisions you make and to follow the path that you do. Is there maybe a mantra that you have in your head, or a habit you take? Do you set certain types of goals? In essence, what is your mindset? What is your mentality in your entrepreneurial or gamepreneurial endeavor? Tricky question.
It is a very tricky question. I must say, I definitely have people who are quite close to me. A lot of people that I've started streaming with, that I've recently just met, that I asked for advice. And I feel as if, just the people I've got around me really do help. Because if I have something that's bothering me, something small, I've got a certain amount of people who I message and just say, what do you think of this? How do we go forward? What's the best way to, you know, little things, really, like what ideas do you have for me to actually bring out different ideas for the stream, them as a viewer, what's best for what Jeez, it's a good question. As a viewer, what do they think would be best for the stream? How can I change this to bring more people in? Even just general friends who don't watch Twitch, I just say my posts. What could I do to actually interact with people like yourself
for sure.
who are not really into this kind of thing?
Yeah.
In regards to entrepreneurship, it's difficult. Like, I feel as if you don't get well, not really. I was going to say something quite bad then, but I feel as if you can start earning a lot more money once you're actually a Twitch partner. You can obviously apply for different sponsorships and everything like that. So at the moment, that is pretty much my goal. I want to hit Twitch partner. Once I do, I can obviously start looking at different sponsors, like for what do you call them? For keyboards, mouses, what are they called? Peripherals. Start looking for stuff like that. Start looking for little things where I can get more income and eventually start pushing towards being a full-time streamer, which is the main goal at the moment. But yeah, I haven't thought of any big money moves or entrepreneurship stuff where I could actually build my own kind of brand, business, blah, 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 blah. I haven't thought of that yet. I'm pretty much just concentrating on my content.
Yeah, for sure.
And once I'm happy at that stage, then I can obviously start looking at
100%. So I think if there's anything that I've taken from that is, one, I think you do still have some finding, some searching to find your mindset in moving forward and how everything's going to play out with how you said having a brand around you, which should be a lesson to some other guys that think that you don't have to have everything sorted out. You don't have to have your dream or your pathway etched, and you shouldn't have to see it. But it's all about the now, and it's all about grinding, even though you may not know where it's going. But just being yourself and grinding. And I can also see that you're very humble in the sense that you don't. I know that you don't think that you know everything and that you act like you're all that, because like you said, you still message people and ask, what can I do better? I think that mentality of being humble and being able to look at yourself in third person and knowing that you're not so great that you can't take other people's opinions is really good, because no one can grow if they don't take the opinions of others. And that's sometimes so important, because there's only so much you can see of your content from your own perspective, but you have millions of perspectives around you that if you're willing to look at those perspectives and take them in as yours, then wow, you're going to go places, because you can really see from every angle of yourself. You're not just limiting yourself to your own. But in still digging into the topic of mentality, I used to adopt like a very positive mentality. Actually, I still do. Everything that happens, I kind of try to get the positive out of it. Like, I try to cancel out all the negative of my life, and I also try to adopt the law of attraction in some ways. Because have you ever heard of the law of attraction?
In bits, but yeah.
Because a lot of people believe that if you just envision something, you'll get it. But I think that you have to work so hard to the point that it becomes inevitable in your head. And then once it's inevitable in your head because it's justified by your work, it's bound to happen. So that's kind of the mindset that I have. And it's little things that I think about and that allow me to move forward. Do you have anything like that?
No, I think you need everything you want, pretty much. There's no easy way about it. I wouldn't say easy, but it's difficult to say I envisioned this and reality and if it's actually going to ever happen, because I mean, everybody will envision greatness. They'd want the best for themselves. They'd want to be the next Ninja. They'd want to be the next Hamlins. They'd want to be blah, blah, blah. But I think it's just you need to work for what. It's a difficult one. You need to work for, because if I say work for what you see, it's pretty much I've just contradicted myself, really. It's difficult. I think set realistic goals and obviously work towards that, because you're only going to get what you put in, pretty much. That's
definitely
the best way to put it.
Yeah, 100%. So yeah, in conclusion to all that, stay humble, look from other people's perspectives, be positive, be forward moving, set goals, realistic goals, but goals that you think you can achieve, go get them. Be yourself and go get them. And lastly, for the podcast, I just wanted to know, there's that kind of part in your journey where you just start and you have to start from scratch and get the attention of people without proving to yourself that you've ever been able to do that. So from that point where you're trying to get from 0 viewers to maybe 10 viewers, which is pretty hard for a lot of people, do you have any advice for those kinds of people? Just a raw piece of advice from the Caramel Gamer.
Yes. For streamers who are just starting out, I don't want to say small streamers because I'm still a streamer. Kids who are starting out, and even adults like me who are starting out, the biggest advice I can give you is aiming for affiliate is one of the biggest things on Twitch. And if you are on Twitch and you're trying to aim for that, literally, I remember when I started out, you needed an average of, I think, 3 viewers, 50 followers. I was literally messaging every one of my contacts just saying, I'm going live. Can you just leave a tab open just so I can hit this average viewer kind of thing? Within regards to followers, my friends, if I went to go see them at a pub or a restaurant, I'd say, pass me a phone, download Twitch, create an account, just drop a follow. You know what I mean? Everything I could do just to reach that goal. And I mean, it was good because I have certain friends who are still watching me to this day, who I went to school with, which is incredible. But it's little friendships you need to create, especially when starting out as a streamer. There's so many people I see now who are incorporating that. I'd rather be a friend with this guy than actually just have another follower on my channel, which is good. I would say networking is absolutely massive. Get to know people first before expecting them to follow your channel. Become friends with people. If you've created a relationship with a lot of people, they're more likely to actually come and support you. Instead of saying, here's my link, go follow this. Speak to people. People want to be spoken to. If you're able to start a conversation with, hold a conversation. At the end, you say, "Oh, you're a streamer. Cool. I'll go watch you. I'll support you." Just keep creating friendships, bonds. There's so many people now who watch me who I speak to every single day. Just how was your day? And there are people who are in my stream every day. It's literally the biggest piece of advice I could give you. Think about creating a friendship and a bond before worrying about your followers.
100%. I think that's really what you do best. Ever since I've known you, you always stress out the absolute need for networking and getting your name out there. I remember when I even introduced you to one of the other people that I podcasted, you said, I'm going to hit him up, I'm going to follow him, message him. And even though some of those attempts of gaining those friendships might not work, they don't work for everyone all the time. It's that approach, that need, or not need, but that mindset that you should just go after every opportunity you can to make friends with someone is great. Because actually there's a lesson that I learned about this a while ago. My friend told me that his uncle would do cold calls to people to try to get them or to invest or something along those lines, right? Just cold calling people, right? And everyone would just hang up the phone. They didn't give a damn. But every time someone would hang up the phone, he knew that he was one step closer to the person that would, or that would reciprocate and that would invest or do whatever he needed, right? So you can make friends. You can try and make friends with as many people as you want and think, damn, no one wants to be friends with me. But you're going to get to that stage where that one friendship can change the whole game. And one of the other people I podcasted, actually, he said that he got rated by one of the top Apex streamers, and then he ended up making friends with him. He took the opportunity to make friends with him, and then he started to see his following and his audience grow because he was mixing with that person, and it all starts from the friendship. So I mean, I think that you're doing it crazy good. Even my personal friends that don't have anything to do with what I do in the Trendy Gamer, they love you and they comment on all your stuff because you just radiate friendship, networking, and that is amazing. No one's gonna do it alone. No one's gonna do what they want to do completely alone and shut from the outside world. You have to make friends, contacts, anything. So that is a great piece of advice you've given, and I'm sure the people listening to this are going to have a lot to take away. But do you have any last words for the podcast?
The best bit of advice I can give to someone or a streamer is, as soon as you stop seeing Twitch as a competition or a race to the top, rather than you creating a friendship and a bond. As I've said, I guarantee you will see your growth happen so quickly.
That's perfect.
The best bit of advice I can see.
100%. It's not a competition. It's everyone growing together, and the more people that understand that, the more people that will benefit from it.
100%.
Perfect. I love it. Thank you so much for joining us in the podcast. You've been great, and I wish you well for your future endeavors and moving on to the future. I hope to see you back again in the podcast. You're great. 100%. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too, Ed. Thank you, my brother. Have a good day.
See ya.
Cheers. Bye-bye.
And that will conclude this week's podcast with the Caramel Gamer. Please, if you enjoyed it, show your love right in the comments on YouTube or whatever platform you're on. I'm sure there's a way to give feedback on everything, but you get it, right? Please, if you did love it, please let us know. We'd love to hear your feedback. And if you have any recommendations for what we should talk about on the podcast or who we should even have on the podcast, please do not be afraid to shoot us an email on trendygamerbusiness@gmail.com. We should probably make an email for the Gamepreneurs podcast, but for now that is the email. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. If you've made it this far, you're a real one, and until next time, peace.